Tell me, how do you feel?
About what?
What you were gonna say?
When? Where?
What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is
Are
going
we
on?
filming another video?
Yeah.
Okay. What is it about?
Christian Science.
Oh, you didn't like the first one?
No, it's part 2.
Oh, part 2. Hey, I meant like, in a month or so.
Oh yeah, we'll upload it in a month.
Okay.
So
Okay, let's go.
yeah. Here's an interesting one. Is it child abuse to raise your child in the jungle and deprive them from modern medical care?
Like, actively deprive, as in just...
To just go live alongside, to join a tribe and then just, use what is available to that tribe.
But then in the case of, let's say, a child gets severely ill and something's clearly wrong and the local practices or medicine is not working, like, would parents be making an effort to get them to a hospital that's far away, for example? I think that I think for me would be the point where it's maybe could determine.
What if you have a relationship where one person is indigenous to the tribe and one is from outside?
That makes it even more tricky. But if the person is indigenous, doesn't necessarily mean that they would be against taking a child to hospital if nothing else is helping.
But I mean, they're like a proper uncontacted tribe.
Oh, but so the person, their partner, cannot explain to them what like a hospital is and that they might be able to help?
They can explain it.
Okay, well, I think that there is a good chance that the other parent would agree to, if they trust their partner.
What if they go there and they just find a sick child?
Who they?
Like a person from the modern world goes to a tribe and they find a child who is sick and is not being healed by the methods of that tribe.
Is he sick? Like, is he having a fever, or is he like dying from some bacterial disease or something else?
Yeah.
The latter.
Yeah.
So is there, but it's in an uncontacted tribe. So I think that's different, because if they literally didn't have contact with Western society or medicine, then like it doesn't seem like it's their fault.
No, I'm talking about the responsibility of you, the person that went there and found the child. Is it your responsibility to bring the child to a hospital?
Oh shit. Are you able to communicate with the people in the tribe?
Yes, and they disagree.
And they disagree. Well, of course, then I think you cannot really do that. I mean, you can't just take their child. They can kill you or something, or just defend, right?
Yeah, but it's the situations that you have an opportunity to save the child. You wouldn't be killed. I mean, like, you could get the child treatment.
Wow. So what, just kind of like steal the child from
Yes.
their parents and then bring it back?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would be the right thing to do. I don't know. Like,
okay, let's do both scenarios. So say it's the right thing to do. Just say what you just said, that it would be the right thing to do.
Okay, I think it would be a right thing to do.
You arrogant colonist, how dare you disturb another community's way of life with your modernist, imperial thoughts. Okay, now say it would be wrong.
It would be wrong.
Oh, you medicine for me, but not for thee. You let the child die because they're from another tribe. How heartless and callous to allow that baby to suffer.
You know what? I feel like parents are parents everywhere except Christian Science. Like, because it seems to me like no matter, where you're from, like, unless you've been really intensely brainwashed, like, your natural response would be like, okay, let's just find a medicine practitioner. That doesn't help, let's go to anything else that's available that could help my child. And some parents, when they, there's some stories, I think, in the Vipassana course that we did, when the child died, but the mother, still wanted to cure him and resurrect him, and she brought him to Buddha. And I think more parents than not.
That's parenting, by the way. When you're trying to take care of your kid even after they're dead. Finish.
Yeah, I just think there's that, innate instinct in most parents.
Oh, that was your point. Yeah. No, I'm agreeing with you.
But in Christian Science, it seems like that somehow got somewhere interrupted, because there have been all these cases where children were getting worse and worse and worse, and he still didn't get them to hospital.
Yeah, but here, wait, we're low on battery, but this is my point, is that I think this is the least evil, which is why I think it's the most evil, because my brain works that way. I have so much understanding for these parents, because I really understand how you can genuinely convince yourself that just something is bad and you shouldn't do it.
Wow.
And
that's a great point of view.
And that you could even get to the point where you're faced with something really traumatic, but you've just convinced yourself of this as being an absolute negative thing that you don't do. And therefore, and that's why it's so dangerous to have these types of ideas spread, because they're totally tragic,
That's so crazy. Yeah, wow, powerful point.
And that's why, people can be having these ideas who are not, malicious, terrible people that don't care about their kids. and even the ones that take medicine themselves, because I think that when they're doing that, I don't think it's like, haha, I'm being sneaky, I don't actually believe this. It's like, it's just a different part of the mind that kicks in. That it's just like, oh, when I literally am sick and I just do this thing, and maybe they feel guilty or bad about it, or they just erase that, you know.
Well, that's the thing. I think it's, for me, like the idea itself, it doesn't seem evil as long as you don't turn it into religion. But unfortunately, it has been turned into religion. Like if it, you know, if it's something like, okay, you can use this method in addition with, you know, medicine, or maybe in places where it's not like, you know, you could take medicine, or there's actually, you know, no danger in not taking it, maybe it's just a bit discomfort.
Just need to charge.
That you have that choice.
Well, here's the thing, is I think, I don't know, we need to define religion, because I think you could have a religion that says that, or you could have not a religion that says what Christian Science says. I don't think it's the religious element. I think it's just that dogmatic belief, you know.
Well, most religions I know are pretty dogmatic. And I don't know of any like non-religions. I mean, cults, other than that.
I mean, just say it's not a cult and not a religion, and it's just the idea that, you know, any medical care is bad, or any acknowledgement of an illness is bad, and therefore don't acknowledge or treat your illness.
I think,
just
you know,
as that on its own. That can just exist.
When it comes to religions, like, I think ideas like that, like, they can't really, or their effect is much smaller, because when it comes to organized religion, you know, they have weekly meetings, they have journals, they have all these things where, like, it keeps that idea alive and keeps you refreshing and actively practicing that idea. Whereas if it's just an idea you read in a book, you know, you think of it one moment, and then maybe for the next, or even you might, you know, remember it from time to time and apply it, but like the likelihood of that, you know, maintaining grip over so many people, like to the point where it really matters, and
that's a great
I think
point.
it's much less.
Okay, I'm convinced.
It's raining.
So how did I become a Christian Scientist? The weird part is it wasn't really coming from anti-medicine. That was kind of a byproduct of having just the unwavering faith in raw materials. You know, the belief that like animal species live without these, you know, metals and magnets and stuff, and so humans don't need those either. But then it just becomes this thing of like having this conscious awareness and then making the choice to forego something that could be beneficial because of some kind of belief.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like veganism poses a similar argument too, because it's kind of saying, yeah, animals are meat eaters, but when you have consciousness, you can make the choice.
How is that? Can you explain that a little more?
Yeah, it's, because I guess people that eat meat will argue that eating meat is a natural thing that all species do, and that's like part of the biology of a human.
Mm-hmm.
And the vegan critique of that is to say humans have the ability to make a choice to not eat meat, and it's a more moral choice to do that because of, protecting the environment and not doing cruelty to animals and, exploitative conditions of factory farms and slaughterhouses, etc. And the whole ecological thing.
I still don't get how this relates to Christian Science.
Because you could make the same arguments about modern medicine to say, oh, well, it's natural to just use plants to heal yourself and not use anything else.
And then the pharmaceutical industry is evil, and so I'm not going to support that or something like that.
Well, not even going there. I'm just saying that you could just say, humans eat meat, and another thing could be humans don't take medicine. And then you can just say, well, we know that this medicine works, so that's the more moral choice, that's the one that protects your life better. So you should take these pills. I'm saying that the anti-Christian Science argument is the same as the pro-vegan argument. It has a similar element of, just refuting naturalism on the basis of having advanced knowledge that you can make use of.
Yeah. But again, that advanced knowledge is not as advanced in some areas, and there's still for example, now it's becoming apparent that the way we measure cholesterol is a myth, that if you have bad dangerous cholesterol levels or high cholesterol levels, that it is necessarily a bad thing and you need medication for that. Now we're learning that it's not true. I haven't really dived into it yet deeply, but basically, there is the same amount of people, let's say, have problem with heart conditions that have some of them have very low cholesterol, and some of them have very high, and some of them have very high but they don't have any problems with their heart. And so that's something, and otherwise healthy individuals, they're because basically that there's other factors that determine whether you're at risk of heart diseases. And if you just take that one measurement and then say, okay, you have high cholesterol, you need medication, then you might have a completely healthy person taking this cholesterol medication to lower their cholesterol when it's actually not a problem. And of course, as with most medications, it has side effects. And so even now medicine is far from perfect, and then in that scenario.
Did you read this in the Ding Dong Times?
What?
So where are you sourcing your information from?
From the cholesterol myth.
Oh, the cholesterol myth.
And from my mom.
Okay. Well, we can't disagree with mom.
don't think that's that. I think it's like that book.
Oh, the book. The book, The Cholesterol Myth, by Johnny Bowden and Stephen Sinatra. Is he related to Frank?
Can ask in the comments.
Yeah. Well, I've never read this book. I personally can't attest to the claims made in The Great Cholesterol Myth.
Yeah, but that's like one example. I think there are many examples where, you know, you could be better off like using more natural methods to address, especially I think in the US it's a pretty big issue, isn't it, that medicine, like the doctors are incentivized to prescribe medicine, and so they just do it for everything, and then there's medicine for the side effects of medicine, and I really don't think that's the best thing for your health. So like just saying, okay, it's available, therefore take it, or saying you cannot take it, because that's our church's stance on that. I think it's both not balanced ways.
Yeah, I don't personally co-sign these points of views, but we can have an open discussion about our feelings about the healthcare industry and cholesterol. Thanks so much for watching, you guys.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and be sure to look out for ding that notification bell so you're aware when our next video drops.
Okay.
We really look forward to making more wonderful content for you. Bye.
Bye.